Well, YouTube, I just showed up here to my north pasture, and there's a baby sitting right there. I was gonna drive in here, but I guess I'll just walk in here. How are you, little heifer? How are you? Where's your mama and them at? Let's go take a walk and see if we don't find the rest of the cattle. Oh, I hear the rest of the cattle. I see them over there. Ooh, little heifer. That's my first little heifer calf that I'm gonna keep around to make a cow out of, that my bottle baby that I raised had. They've had other cows before, but they were all bull calves. So that little heifer calf, that's the beginning of my cattle being productive. Over here we have a little bull calf. Surely he's not the only one that I've seen through the bushes. How are you? Wonder if he'll let me pet him. Nope, not today. Oh, I see some more cattle down here. I don't know if they're running away from me or what. Those were both of the babies that are on this pasture, so we know that they're okay. Now we just got to check on everybody else. The wind's picking up a little bit. I'm trying to hold this camera as steady as I can and try to walk slow as I can. That's Lori. She raised the little bull calf I just walked past. And she wasn't his mom, but we got her as a wet cow, and we were able to get them two paired up. Peach right here, she's the calf's mom that we walked past the first little heifer calf, and here's her dad. And I raised both of these guys with a bottle. How are you today, sir? You gonna let me pet you? Everybody's bull is pettable, right? Anyways. What? Challenging me. This is a little cow that we bought because she was about to have a calf from a friend of mine. He had her in his little feedlot deal, and he knew she was going to have a calf. She went through there. And we actually got a healthy calf out of her, but then she lost it once they got here to the pasture, and I found its body, so I know it died. I just don't know what happened. And this is Darky. I'm pretty sure Darky's bred right now, but she's probably our nicest and most tame cow. Darky's only problem is that she respects no fence, and she stays home only because she wants. All right, we're missing pink calf. Big heifer. There she is. This is Mabel. Mabel's 3 years old, but she hasn't had a calf yet. So we're hoping that Mabel's bred when we pull these cows off the pasture, because she's a really good pet. She's a real tame cow, and we really want to keep her, but she's so small, and if she's not fertile, then there's no reason to keep her around. But she's so pretty, and she's a good girl. But anyways, I think that's everything that's supposed to be here. So let's take a walk, and you can see all this green that's came back up here from the rain and from the nice weather the last few weeks. So they don't even have to really go out into the pasture to get something to eat here. The problem with this pasture is that I can't break the water every day, because where I live is 20 miles away from here. So anyways, you can still see the old house. An old man named Ross Pree lived here, and he worked on this place. There's the windmill, and I'll bring you back here so you can see my solar panel up there. That brings the water, but I have, in case the solar panel gives up and I still have cattle here and I have to water them, I have a well pump sitting here ready to just drop down the hole and go. I'm sorry, let me go slower. There. And anyways, I've got this pipe, and well's not running right now, but it's really dusk out right now. Anyways, I have that pipe right there. There's some more old sheds. It goes through all of this area. See, here's the pipe coming through the woods. Down the hill into these big water tanks right here. Anyways, some more little sheds in here. I mean, this is not a bad little place. I thought about cleaning up, and I have cleaned up a lot in here. I mean, I cut all the trees off of this building 2 years ago here, and I was going to clean it up and start using it for just, and I did when I was building the fence here. I used it to store my fencing supplies and my 3-wheeler and stuff in, and we cleaned it out in one area. But now, since I've just been using this place as a pasture, I haven't see, I cleaned this room out, and it's nice to have an area for the cows to be able to get into as well. But it was originally, somebody had their chicken coop in here, and they had this thing, this whole contraption. I fell down myself there, but anyways, the chicken coop lid closed on that, and then they had attached this apparatus right here with a chain wrapped around it in order to be able to lift up, and the pulley still up there still works, still connected to the roof. But anyways, I guess somebody had their birds in here. But anyways, this video is probably going to get boring, so I better go ahead and cut it out. No, hold on. Let me show you guys this old house before we close the video out, because some people do like to see old places like this. I mean, it's a shame that this old house went to the wayside, but I mean, I got a little bit of use out of this house since we've had this place, because it did have some hardwood floor left, and my house, where they had torn out a wall, was missing some of the hardwood floor. So I was able to come into this house and steal the hardwood floor out of this whole room right here. It's amazing how solid this old house still is. I mean, it hasn't really, the concrete's broken stuff, but it hasn't settled. I mean, I wouldn't doubt what the place couldn't be repaired still, but it's in a bad shape, and it's been sitting here for many years in this condition. I'm sure a lot of critters really find it to be a suitable house. But you can see there's holes through the ceiling. And the story with this house was actually that the old man lived here up until he passed away, and that what he was still trying to improve on this house when he passed away, and he was actually down here in the basement trying to get this basement dug. It's too dark in here to see, but you can see he had this wall staked up here to hold that. They said that he was trying to dig this basement out to make it full size to go underneath of the whole house. And I don't know if he had a heart attack or what happened to him, but he was working on this place when he passed away, I guess, and I don't know what happened to the decedents of him or whatever. This property was bought at an auction, and that's there's not much history with it, but besides the story, you know. And anyways, so there's this north pasture, and the pasture is actually big. It's only like 11 acres or 12 acres, but it's big for 10 cows or whatever's here. So anyways, I guess I will I could probably drive down and see if there's any deer or turkeys, but I think I'm just gonna get going because I gotta meet the family in Dodge for family dinner. So I'll bring you guys back when I have more video.